first stage is general HR interview. First, it starts with they knowing you. They'll ask you about your resume, how well you can explain those projects which you have done. So those are telephone interviews. So you have to try practicing using a telephone directly. Like try to converse with your friends, and you have to explain your projects and stuff in the first round. Then the technical round starts, where the it is on site in certain cases. Like the interviews for internships are very different from what are for full time. Like full time interviews are around 5 to 6 hours. In case of internship, they are not that difficult. So first is the HR round, then there are one or two technical round as per the company, where they'll ask you to explain certain codes, and those are pretty basic. Again, lead code or stuff, you can start working on that. They are similar to that only. They'll ask you to, is it a string is palindrome or no, not, or how to change the order in linked list, or find particular element is missing in one linked list if it's not in the other. Those type of questions they'll ask you. So you can start working in India at this stage. Like you can, if you have time, start working on lead code. Otherwise, when you come here, you can put in your time. So interview is generally as per your resume, what projects you have mentioned and how well you can explain those projects. So whatever you are going to mention in your resume, they'll ask you the same question. So if you cannot explain your own projects, then they'll get to know. So generally, those how the interview will be designed. So they would be like as per the individual, a personalized kind of. A software developer, project development engineer, or web developer. So these are the three main criteria. Otherwise, as per the company, but you either will be managing or creating or like developing a software, where again you'll be doing the patching work and stuff. So that will be either in Java or web development. Majority of my friends are in web development in their internship. So here the two famous are React and Angular. So there they are working. Either they are working in React, it's a JavaScript library, or Angular. So they are like web development interns, that's the role, or software development, or like project development engineer. So these are the three basic roles. Yeah, around $30, around 25 is an average. Otherwise, if you're good, then 35, 40 is also offered for an hour. So roughly you can calculate the internship is for 6 months. You can work for 40 hours. So 40 hours a week add into 6 months, and each hour you'll be paid around 25 to 30. And if exceptional, then it might go above 35 to 40. Like maximum I have heard is a friend getting $42 an hour. Like it depends up to you, but yeah, if you're exceptional and you're doing very good, then they do get converted. And it's a 50-50 chance, I would suggest. So how you're performing, what is your input, how you are thinking, then as per that it will be decided. Like yeah, many of my friends got converted, few of them didn't. So it's up to the individual how well he performs and how good he gels with the team. As per that it will be decided. Like the preparations strategy is similar, like you have to do lead code, but for full time there are around 4 rounds of technical interviews. So there is one HR, then there are 4 technical rounds, and then they decide. So it is a full day process for the full time interview. The preparation is the same, but here they'll ask you a lot of questions. And like a lot of my friends have appeared. So what I know is you don't have to be 100% correct for the question. Like they want to know how you are thinking for a particular problem. So even if your approach is right and still you end up with the wrong code or your syntax is wrong, still you have a good chance, but make sure you have a right mindset. So that's what they are looking for, how you are thinking for a problem, how you are approaching, how clear you are. Like they'll give you a whiteboard, so you can start practicing that in India if you have time. On the whiteboard, what are the variables you'll use, how you'll think, what will be the logic, how you differentiate that, and how clearly you can explain that. Instead of using 10 if else, you can come up with a switch case, or how clearly you can come up with different ways, like what data structure will you use? Will you use just an array or a linked list or whatever, like hash map or different things? That's what they're looking forward to. So I would suggest understand the data structure very well, different types and where to use which one. And if you come up with that clearly, then even if your logic or stuff is wrong, they'll give you opportunity. That's what they're looking forward in most of the cases. From the last batch which I spoke with my seniors, it was around 95%. All of them actually had a job. Like my friend got 135k recently, and they'll be working at Amazon. And now the thing is, 135k is the amount for 1 year, plus you get a joining bonus of around 50k. So full time has its own perks, and you don't expect you'll get this amount, but yeah, you'll get a joining bonus which will be around 20 to 50k, and around 80 to 100k will be your salary. If you're in computer science, yeah, there's a good chance.